My name is Jared Olson. This is for online class FST201. My PowerPoint would be about advanced safety equipment, and I really wanted to focus on new types of helmets and SCBA/air packs, just because the safety equipment is such a broad area. To begin, I'm going to start with the first fire helmet. The first fire helmet was invented by Jacobus Turk around 1740. The helmet was made of all leather, and Turk was actually a New York City firefighter. Later, the leather helmet would have wire added to the brim to give it some stiffness and actually give it the shape that we know and recognize today. Fire helmets. The traditional helmet that we know and recognize today was actually designed by Henry T. Gradicap. Years between 1821 and 1836, just not positive on that. Nobody can really pinpoint in that exact date. But this traditional fire helmet is actually known as the New Yorker. Started there in New York as well, and actually models of this are still being used today for the people that use leather fire helmets as well as the composite ones. Henry T. Gradicap was a luggage maker that used to design luggage for ocean journeys. He designed leather luggage, and his skills were making leather luggage that would withhold any of the humidity or water that they would encounter, and he could keep his luggage was known for not rotting in this water, and so it made him the ideal candidate to design a helmet for the New York City Fire Department. And Henry Gradicap was actually a volunteer for the New York Fire Department as well. That's how he got started into the business. The fire helmet we see today, the New Yorker, like I said, is a leather fire helmet that is used today by firefighters. There's different versions. Obviously, the leather one is still in use, but you can also use a composite one or a thermoplastic one. Those are probably more prevalent in today's firefighting service. At this point, I would like to touch on the different type of fire helmet that I believe might be a safer option or alternative to what we use today. It's a European style firefighter helmet called the F1 Galette. I would just like to touch on some safety features as well as some pros and cons of this potential helmet. There's a couple pictures of the F1 fire helmet. Then the top left is a firefighter wearing the helmet. To the top right is a firefighter wearing it with the SCBA. And then the bottom two pictures are just model pictures of the F1 Galette. The F1 Galette helmet has a couple different features. It's made of higher temperature polyamide, which actually has an 1800 degree Fahrenheit rating, which is above the 1500 degree Fahrenheit rating that we currently have on the traditional helmet that we use today. This helmet actually weighs 3 pounds before any gear is connected to it, which is actually a little lighter than the traditional helmets that we also use today. And this helmet also has 2 eye screens. It has a clear one just for regular work and a gold-plated one to help protect from UV. And both these eye shields or eye screens actually fold back up into the helmet, so they're out of the way when they're not in use. This helmet actually fits the SCBA as well as other communication devices, so it connects to those quite easily. It doesn't have a bill in the back, as you can see from the pictures. This lack of bill will prevent neck injuries if falling backwards and landing on the back of the helmet, and will also prevent catch hazards if going through confined spaces where wires or such are hanging low. Pros of this F1 helmet, like I said earlier, has a higher heat rating of 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. That has the 2 eye shields, the clear one and the gold-plated one. It's more lightweight, and like we stated earlier, it's less likely to get caught or hung up in confined spaces, which is a huge safety issue. Cons, the biggest con of this helmet that most people are going to talk about is the look. Simply, it just doesn't look like a fire helmet that we're used to in the fire service in the United States. It's completely different from the traditional look, and I know that's hard to get away from just because of the tradition and the pride that goes along with the fire helmet in our fire service today. And it does kind of, as people have stated in readings that I've looked at, it does kind of look like a Star Wars helmet or a motorcycle helmet, things like that. Another con, a lack of the bill, can actually cause water to drip down the back of the neck. And this helmet actually fully covers the ears, so it can actually limit the hearing ability due to these ears being fully covered. F1 helmet versus traditional helmet. All in all, these are both great helmets. Firefighters have the option to choose their helmet as long as they meeting FPA standards. Maybe safety should outweigh tradition, then again, maybe not. It's personal preference, just something to touch on. SCBA Air Pack is another big one that I also wanted to touch on here with these safety issues. Obviously, the SCBA this consists of the backpack, the composite bottle, and the mask that covers the face. Traditionally, most departments are using the Scott Air Pack. Bottle sizes range from 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 75 minutes. Bottles are made of composite materials. Some are still actually being made of metals like aluminum. The weight of the entire unit ranges from 10 to 15 pounds. Sometimes they're up to 24 pounds, just depending on what's on the pack. These packs are bulky and tend to get hung up in confined spaces, which can be dangerous. Obviously, the SCBA pack is used for breathing, clean air, and hazardous conditions. It's a big health issue. I want to introduce the Flat Pack. The Flat Pack, as you can see in this picture, was designed by Stan Sanders of Vulcore Industrial. He invented the Flat Pack as a potential safer alternative for the air pack that we're using today. Sanders started this project out of safety concerns for his son, who's actually a LA firefighter. Stan Sanders is actually based out of Indiana right now, originally from California. He's working on this, the patent. He has this patented, but he's actually just working on getting this into production and into the fire service. People out in Fort Wayne, Indiana are actually using this. That's who's starting using with the Fort Wayne, Indiana Fire Department, the fire department that's testing these and using these equipment. As you can see, they're a lot thinner than the traditional pack that we're using today. There's a couple different pictures of the Flat Pack. We have the Cobra top left, the turtle shell the top right, and then down the bottom left corner is just a firefighter going through with a Flat Pack, being able to get through a window. And the bottom right corner just shows the Flat Pack, shows its flexibility. It can flex horizontally as well as vertically. Gives you a lot more motion when you're wearing that pack. The Flat Pack consists of 7 vessels inside the pack. Has a flexible manifold, which, like I stated earlier, makes it so that it can flex horizontally as well as vertically. Has been subject to more than 3 times working pressure of 4,500 psi, so it is extremely durable. And the standard 45-minute system is actually 30% lighter than the air packs used today. And the standard is 45-minute system on these packs. Measures 1.9 by 16 by 24 inches, and they actually have a 15-year lifespan before replacing, which is great. The Flat Pack, obviously these lighter packs, these less breaths per bottle, less output, so firefighters aren't going to tire as fast, which is good for them. Refills on the same cascade system, so nothing would have to change on that end if we were to change to these Flat Packs. Same exact system on the cascade. We'll refill these, not a problem. These do come equipped with pass device and the chime when the air is low. These packs are less likely to snag in confined spaces, are more durable than standard air packs as well. They've been put up against ballistic tests and pressurized tests, as I stated earlier. This Flat Pack, as of now, the cost is 10% more on these traditional packs, but as with all things, costs will go down as demand goes up. So if we get these into circulation and departments are buying these, the more that are made, obviously the price will drive down because production will be up. And I believe that this system is by far more ideal and more safe than the systems currently in place today. I think it makes for greater safety concern for our firefighters and can actually help save lives. And that's why I believe in this system here. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.